Thank you guys for coming back to my channel. My name is Candace St. James, and I am so glad you guys are back because I am so glad to just kind of get your love and your following, and I just really appreciate all your guys' support. In this tutorial, we're doing one of the most craziest things ever. It's the most difficult thing on your face, and that is finding your eyebrow and what eyebrow really works for you and how to actually do them. That's really difficult, and there's so many different kinds of eyes. There's sad eyes, droopy eyes, whatever kind of eye. There's so many different kind of eyes, and it just kind of depends on your character, what you really want to go ahead and do. And so I will show you how I do my eye. 1, 2, 3, let's get fabulous! Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Candace St. James. I am all up in my eye makeup and I'm all up and ready to go because today's gonna be a really hard lesson, and it's for eyebrows. That is the one thing every drag queen struggles with, is finding the right brow. There are happy brows, there are sad looking brows, there are clown brows, there are very exaggerated, very out there brows, there's brows up to here, there's brows everywhere, and I'm gonna show you how I do mine. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I always love hearing from you guys, and let's get started. So in this tutorial, we're gonna need a few essentials, and the first thing I would recommend is definitely a wig cap, because you definitely want, you're painting on eyebrows, you definitely want a wig cap to keep the hair out of your face. I know mine's gonna be in the way, so I will always wear one when I'm doing my eyebrows. I always wanna use a nude eyeshadow, and so I use the Alyssa Edwards Palette by Anastasia. They have a very nice one, a nice shade in there that I like to use. I also use an eyebrow pencil because I also map my eyebrows out, and I'll show you how I do that. As well as Ben Nye Super White, and then Ben Nye Clown White. And then a whole bunch of little makeup brushes is what I use, a whole bunch of fine ones, and you want the finest ones you can have. So the first thing that I do is I start out with a basic wig cap, and what that does is that allows all the hair to get out of my face, and that will be easier for me to go ahead and start drawing on my eyebrows. So I'm taking this eyebrow pencil from Rimmel, and I am drawing dots on my face. I'm actually beginning the process of what's called mapping out my eyes, and I go and I draw from where my eye starts to where the middle of my eye would be, and I raise it up just a little tiny bit, and at the very end I just extend it out. Then I go ahead right here and I go ahead and draw the line. I connect the dots. So in this part I'm just doing the exact same thing, and I'm mapping out my eyes for the next part of my eyebrows, which will be on the other eye. You gotta get it as symmetrical as possible, and so I'm mapping it out on the other eye as well. You might be able to see better on this view, but I think on the view that I had before, you might be able to see that just as good. So now in this next part, I'm using a flat brush. It's a small brush, it's really flat, and I'm actually taking that brush up to the bottom line of my new eyebrow, and I'm actually measuring because the bristles and the length of them should be sufficient enough to make a realistic looking eyebrow. Definitely using to measure with a flat brush, it's better to get a more realistic eyebrow, and then what you do is that will make your top eyebrow line. And in this part, we are going ahead and just using that jumbo pencil, and we're trying to color all one shade of the inner eyebrow that we had just created. Definitely the part where a lot of drag queens struggle is by getting them to look as symmetrical as possible. But you know, you want to try to go ahead and deal with that. But you know, at the exact same time, don't sweat it if you don't make them super exact, because eyebrows are sisters, they are not twins. Brush, and I am using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Alyssa Edwards Palette, and I am actually going ahead and making a darker shade, and I'm kind of giving an ombre eyebrow. I'm going to attempt to do that. So what I'm doing is I'm coloring over with the Alyssa Edwards Palette eyeshadow, and I am giving it some more dimension and more depth to it. And I'm going to make it all one shade, and then I'll show you what I do next. And we do the same thing to the opposite eye. Now, since we got some pretty rough draft eyebrows, I'm going to take a flat brush as well as the Clown White by Ben Nye, and I'm going to actually redefine that inner curve right there, and that's going to actually really make a really great highlight for your eye and bring your eye makeup together. At this point, don't worry necessarily about it getting into your eye makeup or the Clown White going over it. We can always go ahead and redefine that later, and that's what I'm going to end up doing. And so don't worry about that too much, because we're going to end up blending it in later. And now we're just repeating the same process to the other eye, and we're going to actually color all the way down into the eye area, trying to keep it in mind not to go too deeply into the eye, but just right where the socket meets. Now we're going to go ahead and take a small brush, and then we're also going to go ahead and take the whitest shade in the Alyssa Edwards palette, and we are going to set the Clown White cream makeup with the whitest eyeshadow, so it will not move on us, and it will give quite the highlight. Concealer, and it's just in my natural shade, and I'm going to go ahead and blot my eyebrows just a little bit, and then I'm also going to go ahead later on and trace the upper part of my eyebrow to make sure it is on fleek. And just so you know, this is my first attempt at ever doing an ombre eyebrow. I typically just do very matte. You can do colors, you can do eyelashes, sorry, not eyelashes, but you can do eyebrow hairs, and I don't do any of that. I like a very matte finish. So now that we got this done, I'm going to go ahead and try to use a blending brush and blend out the edges of the concealer, and I'm going to kind of try to blend it in with my eyebrow to make it look seamless or ombre-ish. And then later on, I'm going to go take the same eyeshadow that we were using. I'm going to redefine those things so it looks like we are making an actual eyebrow. Ooh yes, she be looking fierce. next step to do is to blend in the eye makeup with the highlight. And so I'm going to take the Anastasia Alyssa Edwards Palette, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to choose the lightest pink or something that would match my outfit. And I'm going to go ahead and blend that line with the socket into the line of the highlight, and it gives this really iridescent gradient that I really seem to like. Brush and just blending that pink into the white, and we're trying to lift it up to give it more of a high pink gradient to this eyebrow. It's going to really complete the look. And this is my version of a very beautiful ombre eyebrow, and I really like it. I think it came together very well, and I'm very proud of myself. Hey guys, thank you so much for coming back. My name is Anastasia James, and I am so glad that you guys came back. I always really appreciate your continued support. I was like, in these eyebrow tutorials, they can be really difficult to understand and to really do. And you know, there's so many stencils out there, so many things that you can go ahead and buy that are just a waste of time, and just it basically takes practice. And I'm just so glad you guys are coming back and showing me love and showing me support. It means the world to me, and I can't wait to go ahead and show you new things. I'm going to be showing you next week how I just finished up my face. It's just the last little finishing touches, such as lips and highlighting. I am super stoked for you guys to come back and just watch and continue to watch my videos, because I'm going to start sewing challenges. It's going to be super freaking fun because we get to go and play around with fabrics in a sewing machine and all that fun stuff. So keep staying tuned and let's get fabulous, guys. Thank you so much for coming back. Always appreciate you guys.